what is going on? Why do people seem to be feeling so bad? Why do we feel so divided when, objectively speaking, again, we seem to be doing great in lots of areas?
Yeah, good. Sal, thanks for having me on, first of all. You raise a lot of interesting issues there. Here's a first reaction. I'll speak now out of the spiritual tradition. Even if all things are going well, and in the things that we can measure, like employment, like income, that sort of thing, there's more to life than that. And so it doesn't surprise me really at all if depression could be on the rise, even as these material benefits are on the rise, because people need more than that. And what's also on the rise, you and I have talked about this a lot, is secularism. What's on the rise is a bracketing of religion. And I can guarantee you that will lead people down a road to depression. No matter how prosperous we are materially, if we're not prospering spiritually, we're going to walk down the road toward depression. So that doesn't really surprise me. We got to be attentive to a greater matrix than just the economic and the political. Second observation is, let's face it, this past year, the race issue again presented itself as a real danger in our society. What I mean there is, from the beginning, there's been this problem of racial injustice. Without going so far as to say it's the original sin of America, from the beginning, with slavery, and then coming up even after slavery has ended, in decades and decades of oppression, the civil rights movement, which was a huge step forward, but then that too followed by a sort of stubbornly enduring racial oppression. So I don't deny that for a minute. And the George Floyd incident and others brought that to the fore. It brought it again to people's consciousness. And there was legitimate anger about that. Now, it's never right to express your anger in violence, but I understand where some of the frustration societally is coming from. Now, maybe we can talk more about this as we go, but I'm not at all excited about the sort of woke ideology that has come to dominate this discussion. But that there's a problem, I don't deny for a minute, and that there are these tensions that they're moral problems. So again, to go back to your opening observation, even if we're flourishing at the material level, which we are in many ways, still, if there are moral and spiritual deficits in a society, that's going to lead to all sorts of psychological and spiritual problems.